And I think they want us to dismiss it. They are going to pretend that Brigitte died from grief. I don't know. Because clearly they're not going to go through discovery, right?
So you're not going to try to have the case dismissed?
I certainly do not want to have the case dismissed.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I'm certainly working all the time.
I want you to come to Tennessee so bad. Bring this lawsuit as you would have to the great state of Tennessee. Bring it to the...
Before we start today's podcast, I would like us to say a few things and agree on them. 2 or more things can be right at the same time. Because you support someone does not imply that they are above any criticism. Or because you don't like someone also does not imply that they don't have some good criteria or good qualities about them. 2 or more things can be right at the same time. I am saying this because I see a lot of fans or extreme people who don't like someone under my comment section. Usually, sometimes I make a video, it's not even glorifying somebody. I'm just making a video stating facts of what has happened about somebody. And then someone comes under my channel, is like, I have unsubscribed because you seem to like this person. I am stating facts, ma'am or sir. That is because you have refused to think critically. You have refused to look at facts when they are presented to you. When you hear a name, your emotions are just automatically activated. And they are always activated to one point. It doesn't matter what that person is saying. As soon as someone says someone's name, you don't even think, oh, maybe they're saying something good or bad, or they're just making a point. You go automatically to either attack or just praise. Whether they are saying what, you don't even hear it. Well, now that has cleared out, let's move on to the video. My assertion in today's video, we're going to make it like the Jubilees thing. My number 1 assertion is that Candace never stands on business. And I have a few things to back up my claims. If you feel that my claim is not valid, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section about what you think. The first reason I think Candace never stands on business is because she wanted this lawsuit. The lawsuit that finally arrived her doorsteps. She was begging the Macrons to bring the lawsuit to her. She wanted them. She said she wanted it so bad. I was like, huh? Ma'am, why are you sounding as if it's your husband you want it so bad? You wanted it so bad. Then when it finally arrived to your door porch, you want to pick it up and hang it on someone else. She started screaming for Donald Trump to, why is Donald Trump not saying anything? Why is J.D. Vance not saying anything? Ma'am, you sought this lawsuit for yourself. Please, you should stand on business. Because before you went on egging the Macrons, screaming here and there, telling them that you are willing to pledge your entire career, you were not pledging Trump's career. You were pledging your career on the line. You were willing to pledge everything about your professional career, professional credibility, everything on the assertion that this person is a man. You never invited Trump to that meeting when you were pledging your career. He was not part of the meeting. He never signed the documents. He never accepted it. He was all about minding his business, which he is quite failing at so passively. When you look at the man, he's stressed. He has aged 70 more years plus the 70 he had when entering the White House because of the pressure of it. But MAGA wants to claim that they did not know that Trump would be so confused. They did not know. Trump, the guy who, since I knew him, talks like a toddler, is the person that MAGA is so confused why he is suddenly not able to match the pressures of being the president of the United States. Let's park that aside because today's rant is not about him. It's about Candace. Candace, you begged the Macrons to bring this lawsuit to your porch. You begged them. You signed your personal, not even your husband's or your kids, That is why I don't really appreciate people who attack other family members of hers. She irked the Macrons. And anyway, her husband can have a hand in being attacked. He is a co-founder or co-something of the Candace show. So yeah, he is a producer there or something behind the scenes. Yes, he deserves some backlash. But Candace, you sat on your chair, you begged the Macrons, you wanted them so bad to bring that lawsuit to you. Then he hit your front porch and you start knocking doors. Trump, lock and seal your door. Trump is first of all busy. That guy doesn't even remember you exist because he has so much going on his plate. I don't know what strings are holding him from left, right, from the North Pole to the South Pole. That man doesn't remember where he is 70% of the times. Leave him alone, Candace. Stick to what you begged for. It is at your doorsteps. The second reason I say that Candace does not stand on business is because Candace sat on a podcast and said she does not want this lawsuit to be dismissed.
They'd be crazy to bring this to trial because that would allow you discovery.
I think they're banking on us dismissing it. I think one of two options.
Dismissing it, what does that mean?
You can at first file to dismiss the case because you're going, hi, we have the First Amendment right. This is crazy. It's coming from Paris. I mean, like, why on earth would we honor this at all? Secondly, it's like, are we really going to allow the French president to come in here and like stifle my right to speech? And typically in a normal scenario, a judge would dismiss this case because it's completely crazy. And we can obviously then produce the evidence that we asked them these questions and they chose not to reply to them for whatever reason. I think they want us to dismiss it. And again, I'm guessing just so they can say, oh, well, we tried. But, America has its own beast and they have actual malice. Or they are going to pretend that Brigitte died from grief. I don't know. Because clearly they're not going to go through discovery, right? If you were going to go through discovery, you would have just published pictures a long time ago and put an end to all the rumors, right? Because then you're going to have to give me proof of this 30-year period where you just kind of...
So you're not going to try to have the case dismissed?
I certainly do not want to have the case dismissed.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I've never heard that before.
We're having these discussions.
Guys, I just want to linger on this for a moment, having been around a lot of lawsuits. I've never heard anybody sued, particularly they're spending a lot of money on this because Tom Clare and his wife have big expenses and I think they charge a lot. I've never heard anybody say, I don't want a well-funded case against me to be dismissed.
It's how I feel. And the reason that I feel that way truly, Tucker, is because this is so much bigger. And we're having those discussions. We've spoken to the lawyer. We want it moved to Tennessee. They filed in Delaware. What's happening here is so much bigger and so much more important for the world.
Delaware, really?
Yeah, which is interesting. Hunter kind of notoriously said, like, we control the courts in Delaware. But
Fox News found out. Absurd case against Fox News by Dominion. I was not named in it. I got sucked into it. But Tom Clare was involved in that case, and it was in Delaware. And they just had a completely compliant judge. It was just a joke, actually.
Well, that's very interesting because they did file in Delaware, and it is a place where we know that the courts are corrupt. But this would be a kind of precedent that would be, I think, almost even too crazy for Delaware. You're talking about a sitting president of another country coming in and saying, I'm going to sue you for telling the truth. We have truth on our side, right? We actually have truth. So unless he's going to say, blah, 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 I'm not looking at anything and you're going to get no discovery and we're just going to award this person. I mean, you got to give the other side discovery, right?
How does Macron collect, as a foreign head of state, how does he collect?
There is nothing that we can look at. We are pioneering this, obviously, because this has never happened in the history of the world.
That the Macrons are hoping that she will dismiss the lawsuit, but she will not dismiss the lawsuit. She wants to take this. Look, when she begged these people to bring this lawsuit, I knew she was ready. I knew that her family, the husband's family, given they are really rich people, they had all the millions to dump on this lawsuit. I knew she had sorted and gathered all the funds she needed to fight them for 50 years. I knew that she had at least 100 million in the bank waiting to start head ahead with the Macrons, the way she was talking. Suddenly, when the lawsuit hit her front porch, when she had the initial gyrate. She was so she was so excited because she had gone viral. They were talking about her from Russia to the North Pole to the South Pole. Girl, go girl. But then when the truth finally sunk in, you notice a shift in her mood. Her mood, that 1000% authority she had on her podcast had disappeared. She no longer had that authority. It was no longer there. She was now sounding somber, very calm and demure. All that vibreur had disappeared. I was like, maman, mais l'autre jour, tu étais très, on dit que quoi? Tu étais très fort. Ton énergie, c'était ça, super 100. Ton énergie, c'était à super 100. Maintenant, je vois ton énergie, c'est à des mieux 2. Je crois pas. C'est la même fille. C'est comme c'est une autre femme qui fait le Candace podcast maintenant. Où es-tu, Candace? Where are you? Where are you, Candace? The one I heard screaming at the top of her voice. She's no longer there. The truth has finally knocked on her brains and she is sober. She said she sat on Tucker Carlson's show and she said she will not file for a dismissal. But there is a document that is going around and someone first of all dropped a comment in my comment section. When I dropped the video, I was just having a video on her husband, his biography, nothing serious. Someone came under and said, she is filing for a dismissal. When I saw that, I told myself, this is a troll. I said, it cannot be possible. Candace said she will not dismiss this. It cannot be one of those things where Candace is going back and forth for before, for back, for before, for back. She cannot do this again. Lo and behold, there is this document going around. It says courtconnects.courts.delaware. There is a guy I saw this with. I would tag his page or something about him. I think it is The White Podcast. Yes, The White Podcast. Someone told me to go and look there. I went there and I clicked on that document and I've seen the entries. And it's showing that on the 25th, there is a letter for judicial review docket, August 27, to letter to Honorable Sheldon R. Rennie from Catherine L. Morwery, Esquire, on behalf of defendants Candace Owens Limited, LLC, and George Tom, EINC, respectfully, requesting an extension of page and word limits on briefing for a motion to dismiss. Exhibit 2. Look, when I saw that, I told myself, cannot be right. There is another entry for that particular docket on the 26th, an order date, docket August 27, 2025, order signed by Renee Sheldon, so ordered, Prosper something, ordering increasing word limits for motion to dismiss briefs, opening 12,000 words, answering brief 12,000 words, reply 9,500 words, accepted by ERM transaction ID, blah, 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 blah. On the 25th, so noted is another entry, 25th of August, so noted, date docket, August 27, order signed by Renee Sheldon, so noted, to the Honorable Sheldon Renee from Catherine L. Murray, Esquire, on behalf of defendants Candace Owens LLC, and George Tim, INC, respectfully, requesting an extension of page and word limits on briefings for a motion to dismiss, accepted. And the last entry on this document was on the 26th of August, which is saying, so noted, date docket, order by this. The essence is this. It means that if this document is true, it means that her lawyers probably are requesting an extension of dates and more words so that they can file in a motion to dismiss the lawsuit she said she will not dismiss, because I have looked up, it is the same lawsuit. It has the Macrons there. Yes, it has the Macrons, defendants Candace Owens and the husband something George Tum, or is Georgetown, or Josh whatever. I don't know how that is said. It means it's the same lawsuit. The lawsuit ID case that Emmanuel Macron versus Candace Owens et al. Wednesday, July 23rd, 2025. Defamation. That is it. So it means that if this is true, it means that probably by the 11th of September, which is in a few days' time, when she is supposed to respond to this thing, the next update on that document might be a dismissal. I am hoping that this is just not going to add to the things where she is constantly saying one thing and going on her words. This is still alleged. I'm not exactly sure on how credible this is. So please, I'm covering my entire body, my podcast, my channel with the blood of allegedly. Let's move on. The third reason I am trying to support my notion that Candace never stands on business is her support of people like Andrew Tate, Kenya West, when she is the one who sits and preaches to us about family values, how, I should stop that word, corn, let me say corn, yes, it's easier on YouTube, how corn is so bad, how corn is the devil's workshop, people should not do it. But her best friend, dearest friend, Kenya West, was parading his wife throughout 2023 to 2024. Candace had no words. It was crickets from her during that time. She said nada. Il avait rien. Elle a dit rien. Pour ça, c'était... Elle mangeait les croissants. Elle mangeait les croissants de France. Les croissants d'Emmanuel Macron et Brigitte Macron. And when I'm saying this, nobody should think I'm defending Macron or the whole of that. Like I've said in the beginning of this video, 2 things or 3 things can be right at the same time. So I don't want to hear anybody in my comment section, oh my God, you're defending the Macrons. Oh my God. Oh, please. Let our brains be activated to think in multiple directions. Not everything stands on a point final. Il y a encore parfois, alors, on peut dire que, peut-être, oui, c'est ici, et... oui, c'est comme ça, mais c'est possible. Ouvrez notre tête, ouvrez les oreilles, les yeux et regardez toutes les choses par tous les contacts. Another thing, Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate is someone Candace Owens will not stop quoting. She will not stop using as example. I understand that even a bad clock is right twice in a day. But Andrew Tate, the rate at which she turns to talk about him, it seems like there is something about him she admires so much. Even when there was a court case about him, Candace will not stop at anything to defend that guy. She will defend him. I was wondering, Candace, are you sure you defend your husband that much? I'm just saying, there are things that makes you think. I'm not saying Andrew Tate is a demon, but there are things he has done that Candace defends that are not right. And she turns around and also says she is not for those things. You are either for family values, you are either for no corn, you are either for no perversion, you are either for no harassing or all of that, or you are for it. Choose one lane and stick to it, ma'am. Stop confusing me. One day I want to defend you, the next minute you're doing the same thing and I'm confused. The next thing I say, Candace never stands on business, is that she wants women to be traditional. She wants all of us to get married, sit at home, make our husbands sandwiches. On the flip side, On the right side of her mouth, while she's preaching those traditional values, on the left side of her mouth, she is out in the streets working her ass off. Even when she's pregnant, Candace is having podcasts, talk shows, moving from one place to the other, giving talks and all of that till the last minute of her pregnancy. Candace was working till it was the last week for her to drop the baby that she stops. And that is usually the case. She's always working to the last minute. And she herself, she has said it, that she's working her ass off. She's working her ass off, working very hard to be like her father-in-law, who came from nothing, built his empire from scratch and became a billionaire, or is a millionaire that he is today.
My father-in-law didn't come from anything. It's one of the things that we have in common. He worked. Everybody can work. And I'm certainly working all the time. And my husband is certainly working all the time.
She has said it herself that she works her ass off. And she comes now to these streets and tell us, get married, sit down, take care of your husband, make him a sandwich. Honey, the truth is this. The real traditional wives don't have IG pages. They don't have YouTube channels. They don't have internet presence. They are busy making sandwiches for their husband. They are not on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube or anywhere else working. They are not having talks from one country to the other until they are being banned. Candace Owens is more banned than some most controversial candidates because of her viewpoints, because of her work. And she's not banned because she's a traditional wife. She's banned because of her work, because she's banned from, is it Australia and another country? There are people who are working their ass off. There are more feminists out there who are working their ass off than Candace Owens, who have never been banned. But Candace Owens has bans everywhere. But she also wants us to believe that she is a woman who believes in sitting at home making a sandwich for her husband. I remember the Jubilee episode when one of the people asked her there, you claim all of these things, and why are you not home making your husband a sandwich, sitting at home? She dodged that question as if she was dancing baye baye. She dodged it the same way Netanyahu dodges every allegations against him. She dodged that question faster than Netanyahu can dodge all the allegations of human violations against him, allegedly. She dodged that question faster than Trump could hide the Epstein files. She dodged that question faster than Pam Bondi could switch up from we are reviewing the Epstein files, they are on my table, to there are no files and all of it is a conspiracy theory, allegedly. That's how fast she dodged that question. But she's online telling us to be traditional wife. Okay, mommy, it's okay. Another thing I am using to back up my fact that Candace never stands on business. You remember when Candace was a small, young, fine, beautiful girl? Very beautiful. Well, there is nothing nobody can take from Candace. That girl is gorgeous. She is so gorgeous. God, Candace, she is gorgeous. I think that is why she gets away with a lot of things, because she's a beautiful girl who sits and talks. And she's eloquent. That nobody can take that from her. Candace always is eloquent, beautiful, gorgeous woman. Damn. George Farmer hit the jackpot with that one. Damn, man. How did you hit that one? Damn. 17 days. Man. You can say anything about George Farmer. You cannot say his chatting game is weak. He got Candace to say, yes, I will, in 17 days. Please, give it up for him. Give it up for him. Like I've said, Candace Owens, when she was just a very sweet 16 going on 17, she was in one small high school and she experienced a problem. And she sued the school and all of that. And they granted her $37,500 as something to settle the case because of that issue. And it was a case of racism against her because the then mayor of the state, who is now the governor, was sending her racist threats about things that were going to hurt her and things like that. Which I empathize with her on that, because that was demonic activities. Demonic activities. But then, That happened to Candace. Candace sued the school and won money on that racist situation. Then on the left side of Candace's mouth, Candace will sit there, look at us on a straight face and say she doesn't live in a racist country. I understand someone stating their racism experiences. I have not experienced it. I cannot say I have experienced it on a high level, but there is a fact of her experience of it. It's not even an allege. She even won 37,500 on it. Candice, où est notre part? Il faut partager, je veux l'argent là, je vais manger quelque chose de ça parce que je te supporte pour ça. But on the left side of your mouth, after experiencing that, you wake up and say you don't live in a racist country? Damn, girl. You make it hard to defend you. You make it so hard to defend you. Another thing Candace doesn't stand on business is AI. Look, it is okay to change your views over time. That is one thing I always say. Growth comes with sense. Growth comes with development. Growth comes with change of views. Depending on where you are in your life, you could change your point of view depending on what is happening to you, and it's possible. But then, if you are in the same era, supporting one person do the same thing and rejecting another person do that same thing, it makes us to wonder, où es-tu? Qu'est-ce qu'il arrive? She is so anti-AI. She doesn't want to hear about AI. She hates AI. She doesn't like AI. Then the next minute, when AI fitted her bill, when AI was matching what she needed, she was swearing by it. The app, she said, the guy who wrote the book, Xavier Poussard, the book that she used for her situation with the Macrons, she said the AI app they used to identify Bridget's face, to compare it with the young boy and her, to know that it is the same match, it's the app that she says that app is really legit. But then the next minute, AI is so bad. No. Look, it is different for someone to say AI is okay, is good, but we should be aware of its dangers. And it's a totally different thing for you to say, no, AI is bad. Then the next minute, you swear by this app because it is matching what you are doing for your channel, for your suit, or all of that. It's the same thing like she will reject deplorable activities like corn, like all of those things, parading your woman around like Kanye West was doing. In the same moment, she is defending Kanye West with every missile she has in this war. How do you do that, Candace? I remember when Amber Rose started doing Republican things until had a speech during Trump's rally. Candace had her on her show. You needed to see how Candace was so cute and fresh. She was so nice with her. But the next minute, if another woman slights and says the wrong word, and you are not in the Trump party, in the Republican party, Candace will wash you to shreds. She will take you to downtown, shred you up, make popcorn out of you, come home and eat you while watching the Macron story go down. The next thing, she has this app, this phone she was constantly promoting on her site. This is an amazing phone. This is an amazing phone, the Freedom Phone. Then she was constantly saying the Freedom Phone is an independent alternative to Apple and Google, suggesting that it was politically uncensorable. Then in reality, it was found out to be a rebranded Udemiji A9 Pro, a $120 Chinese phone, which were raising concerns about security and transparency. It's the same thing like the app she was vouching for the Macron, Brigitte's check-in to be sure that the childhood picture is the same as her, the boy was the same as her. It was a Chinese app. 1 minute she loves the Chinese, 1 minute, the Chinese are problematic. Those are my few, and there are many more. Honestly, if I've left any out that you feel I left out, put it in the comment section. I don't mind doing a part 2. These are some of the reasons why I say Candace does not stand on business. Until next time, bye.